Good evening. Welcome to Stay Smoky TV, Baltimore and the DMV's #1 cigar-related podcast. I am Ron, a.k.a. the Urban Leaf, a.k.a. Mr. Stay Smoky himself, a.k.a. Top Shelf Ron, a.k.a. They hate me because they ain't me, a.k.a. my humidor is better than yours, a.k.a. the Cigar Goat.
You good?
Yeah.
Zone.
What you told me, but
What up? It's your boy, the nephew, a.k.a. Mr. Culture Dope, a.k.a. Mr. We Got Most in himself. Cartier Drake.
It's Dre No Smokes. We back, baby.
So, guys, this episode is going to do it a little different. It's been a while.
I'm enjoying it.
We said we got to get somebody on the show whose family's been around for a while when it comes to the culture and the community. We're at the famous Tobacco Leaf with our guy, Raul. That's when y'all do, hey, there y'all go. I know it's been a minute since we, recorded.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
A little rusty.
Been a minute. Oh, man, so what's everybody smoking?
I have the legal provider H99. I'm pairing it with some Eagle Rare.
It's got a closed foot, too. Oh, my
I'm
goodness.
smoking I'm taking it light today because I'm having a what you call it?
Sober October.
You ain't been sober for like 3 days.
It's been a week.
Okay.
It's Dre's fault.
It's the 21st, though.
Right.
Well, I was on vacation for my wife's birthday. I was in Antigua
that doesn't
for the whole
count.
week.
Okay, yeah.
So,
You just
all
gotta go.
inclusive.
You gotta go a week or two into November.
Oh, I'm going into November.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I got the San Cristobal with some sugar-free ice green tea.
Okay. So I was smoking this Aganorsa Leaf. This is the 40th anniversary for Tobacco Leaf.
Yeah, that was a special cigar made for us to commemorate our 40 years in business. We released it back in 2002, so I decided to share that with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it.
You said 2002?
Sorry, 2022.
I was about to say.
No. So it's about 2 years old. But yeah, we celebrated 40 years in business back in 2022. So we had a special cigar made to commemorate that. So you guys are enjoying those.
Yeah.
We still have some.
Yeah, appreciate it. Me and Ron both agree that we want
I'm
to.
gonna save mine till I fall off the wagon and drink it with some
I'm not on the
bourbon.
wagon, but
I'm not on the
I
wagon.
want
I'm
to
gonna
sit down and enjoy myself with this one.
And I am right here at Tobacco Leaf.
No better time than right now.
Here we go.
See, now y'all guilt shaming me, man. I might have to put this H99 out.
How many times can you smoke an H99?
Right, that's kind of true.
Say less.
That's it.
My pairing is now changed, but it's all
Yeah,
good.
how many times can you smoke an
He said he
H99?
got some available. Y'all could go in there and purchase them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did 400 boxes,
wow.
and I think we're down to like maybe the last 50 or 75. So yeah, we still got some left. They've been aging really well, and I mean, you guys be the judge. You tell me what you
Oh
think.
yeah, we gonna rate it.
Right now, off the rip, it got that pepper.
Oh yeah,
They
they
got
got
that,
sound shit.
and it got a closed foot, so it just woof, yeah. Good old Aganorsa. You feel better now?
I'm good. I'm
Can
good
we
now.
continue? You ready?
I'm ready.
All
Do
right.
your disclaimer before. we
Yeah,
get
do your
to
disclaimer, man.
Well, we had an actual cigar lounge where we're sitting outside in his like pavilion area, I guess. There's people coming in and out. There's some background traffic and stuff, so bear with us. We are in a location because that's what we do. We go to different cigar lounges. We talk to the people. We talk to owners. We get it in.
Bosses talk to bosses. We pull up.
Yeah, no doubt.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. You got that off your chest?
Yep.
Go ahead, man.
So, you said, Raul, first, you talking about 2022. You guys celebrated 40 years of being in business. How did you guys get this far? How did it all start?
Well, it's a long story. I'll give you the abbreviated version.
We got an hour.
We got time. Basically, I mean, yeah. So we've been in this space here in Jessup for about 5 years. We just celebrated 5 years in September. We bought a diner and we converted it into a cigar lounge.
Remember that.
It's a freestanding location, very unique shop. A lot of different lounge areas for people to come in, hang out, and smoke. We got a a couple public areas, and then also a few private lounges. But essentially, what if you come and visit us here, this is our only location. This is essentially a culmination of 42 years of being in business. My father started in 1982, long time ago, in Hunt Valley, before I was even born, Hunt Valley, Maryland.
Oh man!
And small store in a mall, 700 square feet. Kind of like more like a convenience store, like I was saying. We had like lottery there, and cigarettes, and candies, newspaper, all kinds of stuff like that, right? And over the years, basically, premium cigars back then weren't what they are today.
Right.
It wasn't a lifestyle really.
Right.
And there was people who smoked cigars, but it wasn't as mainstream as it is now, right? Back then it was mainly like cigarettes and pipes really were kind of the thing. And so over the years, cigars kind of became more and more popular. We've had different locations throughout the years, mainly in mall stores, but our focus and our selection based on premium cigars over the time started to grow and evolve because more and more people started taking to the hobby.
Right.
The late 90s is when you can say really like kind of the cigars burst onto the scene as far as mainstream.
Cigar boom.
The cigar boom, as it's referred to. The original cigar boom, because we just experienced a cigar boom the last few years over COVID.
Yeah.
But that's when cigars really became like the it thing, like the hot thing. You had Cigar Aficionado that launched, and you had celebrities like Jordan and people like that who were mainstream in people's eyes, like smoking cigars. And it became like the really cool thing, So naturally, a lot of people started getting into the business, not necessarily on the retail side. That was also the case, but just on the manufacturing side. So a lot of these brands, some of these brands still existed, Arturo Fuente, of course, Padron, Macanudo, all of these brands were around, but then a lot of these new brands started to burst onto the scene. And essentially, over the years, like I said, we moved locations, for different reasons. But every time we'd open a new store, our focus on cigars or our selection of cigars would grow. So it went from 1 or 2 cabinets to a wall, and then we were briefly in Arundel Mills Mall. We were there for actually 15 years, but we were in that mall for quite some time, and then we decided, basically the late 2000, between close to 2010, that this was right after like the cigar smoking ban had taken place, where you couldn't smoke publicly in indoor places. We decided that if we were going to stay in this business, we need to move into a lounge concept, right? Like being in malls and stuff like that wasn't really where the industry was headed. So people wanted to be able to go to a cigar lounge, hang out, smoke, and that was kind of when cigars, cigar lounges started to pop up, was like in the mid 2000s, early to mid 2000s, and then it kind of carried on. So we kind of got into that side of the business 2010, and that was right up the street. We were in a little strip mall.
Yep.
You guys had visited.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's where I kind of really got into the business, and that's kind of when I came into age of smoking more cigars regularly. But I had started very early when I turned 18. Before I turned 18, probably like 16 years old, thinking I was cool, and like obviously because I had access and stuff through my dad's store. So, but when I really fell in love with cigars and fell in love with the lifestyle was when I started hanging out in the cigar lounge. And like what really drew me in was the interactions with the guests and hanging out and like developing a culture, like having regulars and just getting to know them and just hanging out, watching sports, shooting the shit, like and smoking cigars. And that's really what drew me in. So basically we were there for a period of time, and then we decided, okay, we want to continue to grow, and rather than have multiple locations, we'd like to have something that's going to be kind of a destination, like a really, in our opinion, a cigar shop that kind of stood above everyone else in a sense, and have more to offer, more amenities. You know, we're sitting outside in our patio here. It's about 1,000 square foot patio. A lot of times people would tell us, you know, we'd love if you had an outdoor area. You know, that's not possible in a mall. It's not really possible in a strip mall, you know. So the next logical thing for us was to buy a piece of property and then have an outdoor patio, right? And then, you know, have multiple lounges and you know, different little things like that. So, you know, it's always been a focus on growing, on innovating, and trying to provide the best customer experience and the best amenities and services to our customer. That's kind of been our focus and allowed us to, you know, be where we are now. So a lot of times people come in and like, oh man, this is amazing, but it took us 40 years to get to this point. And There's a lot of learning, a lot of trial and error, and you know, it's not perfect even now, you know, but we've learned and we've grown, and you know, here we are. So.
You ever think about trying to get like a liquor license?
It's something that we've talked about. Unfortunately, in this county where we operate, it's not possible. We need to serve food, and
it's a diner.
Well, but it used to have,
no
so it used no, we don't have the kitchen anymore. We got rid of all that. But it used to have, there was a diner. It was operating in this space. They had liquor and all that stuff. So that's not the issue. The issue is in Howard County, you need to serve food in order to have a liquor license.
Wow.
And in order to have a liquor license, I'm sorry, if you have food, you cannot smoke then.
Right.
So that's the problem.
Yeah.
But
That's crazy.
there is some legislation. There are other retailers that we're a part of a retailer association in Maryland. We work very closely together. I mean, of course, we competitors and we compete, but at the same time, we also work with one another to further the industry, and we're always advocating for our rights as business owners and as cigar smokers, but also for our customers and our patrons. There's always legislation. There's always things that are happening kind of behind the scenes that a lot of people aren't always aware of. So we're always kind of working together to make sure that our businesses can stay viable and we can provide spaces for people to come and enjoy cigars and things like that. So we are working on hopefully maybe at some point maybe getting a license, but that doesn't look like it's going to be happening anytime soon. So,
you guys work with PCA at all?
yes, we are members of the PCA, and we attend the trade show every year, and we've had a couple PCA events here as well. PCA is a industry organization for manufacturers and retailers, and we've been a member for as long as we've been in business, for 40
That's
years.
cool.
Over
So
40 years.
are you excited about? Do you still get excited about PCA, or is it just like work for you? Like
That's
I look forward to it.
That's a
Like,
good
it's-
question. That's a good question. I used to get
don't.
really excited about it. I still do get excited because it's mainly been in Las Vegas every year. This year is going to be in New Orleans, so it's a change of scenery, which is nice. It's always good to see friends and retailers and manufacturers and people from the industry,
Family reunion.
that we haven't seen because they're all scattered throughout the country. Occasionally we'll see each other when they visit in the area and whatnot. But there's, always an opportunity to meet new people and stuff. And then obviously on the cigar, on the business side, there's new products being offered and displayed and shown. So that's always exciting. But this will be probably 25th trade show, 23rd or 24th trade show.
Wow.
So from that standpoint, yes, it's not that exciting
It's like redundant
anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, but there's always something new and there's always something fun. But like I said, what keeps me invigorated is my passion for cigars and the industry, and also just seeing familiar and old friends and faces, and then the possibility of making some new friends too. So.
You getting the Open Sex Society boxes?
Yeah, we're supposed to have those next week, or maybe later this
You
week.
selling singles or you selling the whole box?
How you doing
Both.
So let me ask you, see, you got him excited. But with your setup here, I noticed you got like different areas. You have like your area here right off of your patio, and you got, I think, like a VIP area, I guess you could call it. And then you have a room downstairs.
Three spaces that are available to the general public. You just have to, buy a couple cigars. One of them is our patio space that it can essentially be enclosed. We have televisions out here. We have plenty of seats. We also have heaters and stuff. So now that we're getting into the cooler weather, we'll be able to heat the space. It's covered, obviously, so if rain is, if it happens to rain, we're still smoking. We got another lounge that's attached to the patio that's inside. That's kind of like our general member lounge, and then we have a smaller seating area up front. And then in addition to that, we have 3 other lounges that are only available to members. Private, we call it our VIP membership. So you have to be in that program, and then you get access to those 3 lounges. So it's 2 additional lounges on the main level, and then 1 in our basement.
Which one of them got the strippers in?
Well,
don't worry about that.
Don't worry about him.
So it's just that
we'll
that
save that
one
conversation for another time.
that one package covers all your
So the
VIP
VIP membership covers the entire, so you have access to the entire space.
Okay.
As a general customer that's not a member, you can access our 3 public spaces. And then we have a basic membership also that gets you access to the general member spaces as well, or the public spaces. But then it comes with some other perks like a locker, discounts, things like that.
Okay.
But in the VIP membership, you have access to the entire facility. You get discounts on your cigars. You get complimentary water, coffee, soda.
The
snacks.
annual membership.
It's an annual membership, and it comes. It's essentially $2,500 for the year, but $1,800 is store credit. So
Nice.
it basically, we have almost over 100 members, close to 125 members in that program, and if you ask any one of them, they'll tell you that it's well worth it.
Yeah.
As long as you smoke the cigars, and if you come to the shop, and you come here, you know that we have a great selection of cigars. We have always
One of the
a lot
best.
hard to find things. We have a lot of events, a lot of rare things. So if you come here regularly, and if you're a cigar person, you're going to spend the money. So a lot of people do end up opting for the VIP membership. But for the people that are, a little bit more casual or don't come in as often, we have the general membership, which is $500 a year. Or, you just come in and you buy a couple cigars and you hang out in our public lounge.
Right.
Which is cool too.
Right. Well, you want to give your address and how people can look this area up if they're in the area?
So, Tobacco Leaf in Jessup, Maryland. The address is 7395 Cedar Avenue. You can find us online, www.tobaccoleafmd.com. Of course, you can Google us. We also have a Facebook and an Instagram page. So you just, Tobacco Leaf _MD. And you'll be able to find us there as well. And you'll kind of understand, what it is that we offer here. We're pretty active. We'll post about our events and things that are happening in and around the shop, new products, things like that. So, yeah, we look forward to having you at the shop, and thank you for joining in and supporting these guys. They're doing some great things, and I'm just glad for the opportunity to be here and speak with you.
Yeah, well, if you're in the area, I came up, not this year, but last year, I came up on a Sunday during football games. Dope vibe, man. Good people, good conversation. So I suggest it to anybody that's in the area that want to check Tobacco Leaf out. If you're a sports fan, out here on the patio is where it's at.
So I have a question. You do something unique that a lot of lounges don't do. You pair up or partner with Ruth Chris, and you guys do.
You just stole my question.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
You want to ask it?
No, you got it.
All right, you pair up or partner up with Ruth Chris, and you guys do a lot of cigar tastings and liquor pairings. How did that come around?
Cigar dinners.
I call them pairings.
Yeah, so that's a great question. We've been doing that for 8 or 9 years now, maybe 10
I
years.
thought he was about to say it's 30 years.
No. It's been a while though. It came about basically through a customer friend, someone that we had a business relationship that kind of introduced us to the owner over at Ruth's Chris in Pikesville, and suggested that we meet and talk about doing a cigar dinner. Apparently they had done dinners at their location in the past, but they didn't have someone that they were working with at the time. So we went and met them, and they have this beautiful outdoor facility, patio, space. And the unique thing about it is like ours, they can kind of enclose it, and we're always looking for opportunities to kind of provide a unique experience, something that's going to be memorable and enjoyable. And I think one of life's greatest pleasures is being able to enjoy a really nice meal, have a great drink, and then smoke a cigar.
Amen to that.
And unfortunately, we can't do that in cigar lounges here in Maryland. There are some states, in the country and other places where you can do those things. But Roots Chris allows us the opportunity to have an event like that. It is outdoors, but we can take the weather element out of it to a degree because of the patio that they have and the enclosure that they have. So it's been a great partnership. It's allowed us to get in front of a lot of other new customers that we necessarily may not have been able to reach, but also it's been good for our customers too to just step out, do something different, unique. It's a great value, and we'd love to have you out there for that. We've got our last one coming up in November, and then that'll be it for this year, and then we'll start back up probably like March, April-ish of next year.
I gotta check that out. I ain't never checked one of them out.
One in a long time.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
What cigars y'all have for that one?
So that one's going to be a good one. We're going out with a bang. It's going to be featuring Whistle Pig bourbon, and the cigars that we're going to do is actually an assortment of all Drew Estate Flying Pig cigars.
Yep, I'm there.
So
I'm there.
that'll be a special one, and I think I don't have the dates. Let's see.
I'm there.
yeah. I gotta go to that.
I gotta go to that. Talking about one of my favorite
But
brands.
it'll be a good time, and let me see.
I never even been to Roof Chris in Pikesville.
I never been to that one either.
Sure?
Because we used to go down to Prime Rib, and they used to open the Prime Rib and around the mills. They used to open the roof
Yeah.
and let us smoke down there.
Mm.
That sounds like that. Whistle,
Yeah.
Whistle Pig and all the flying pigs.
Yeah,
They got a lot of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Yeah, we're gonna feature 3 of them. We haven't quite exactly figured out which ones, but the dates are November 13th and November 15th.
Oh, there's 2 of them?
There's 2 of them, so I believe that's a Wednesday and a Friday. So if you're interested, call up Roots Chris in Pikesville, 410-837-0133. Give them a call, make your reservation. It's a good time.
Yeah.
How much
Sounds-
is it?
I don't know what this one's going to cost. I think it's around $150 a person,
That ain't
but
bad.
that includes 5 courses, 5 Whistle Pig drinks, and then 3 cigars. So I mean, it's still a good deal.
They got chicken?
Yeah, you
I don't
can
eat red meat.
you can substitute. Yeah, you can
Okay.
substitute the main course for like chicken or fish.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. I'm good with that then. So that sounds like a good time.
I like that. You got a question? I don't want to steal none of your questions. I'm hot. Yo, I'm feeling it. I'm on fire.
You got a favorite, what's your favorite cigar brand? You got one or you
I
can't?
don't have a favorite cigar brand.
That's a good answer by our owner.
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite cigar brand. I have cigars certain brands that I like more than others.
So
but-
let's do it like this. If you only had $20 to spend on a cigar, and you're on this island by
Last
yourself,
$20.
last $20,
Humidor's full.
what do you
got
buy?
$20.
$20 doesn't get you what it used to.
Right.
Let's
We
just say that.
know.
You guys
We
know that.
Yeah,
but,
We'll increase your budget to 25. How about that?
okay. I mean, you could still get a great cigar for 20, but 25 makes it a little easier. I'm trying to think.
Inflation.
I mean, if you would have taken the price out of it, I would have had an answer for you. But,
All right, take the price out of it. One cigar.
So for me, probably the Davidoff Anniversario number 3. That's just a
Okay.
really easy cigar to smoke. It's got great flavor. It's it's smooth, creamy. But even if you've had a really nice meal or had smoked a bunch of cigars, it still stands up. It's got a lot of flavor. I mean, at $20 or $25, there's a lot of Padrones. There's Fuente. There's Tatuaje is another brand that I really like. A lot of the My Father product. There's just so many options. Honestly.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick one. I don't want to be
So out of all
relegated to
out of
just
all the
one.
answers we got, this one he broke. Yeah, this tops all the answers we got.
So let me ask you this question. So I know you go to like PCA, usually like at big shops like this one, you do a lot of ordering PCA, but I'm sure the reps are in and out of here. How do you like deal with or pick, should I say, like boutique or up and coming cigar brands? Like how do you figure like which one of those you would give a chance?
What to carry?
Yeah.
There's a few different criteria, but I mean, ultimately it comes down to how good are the cigars, really. I mean, as a cigar consumer, this is the best time to be a consumer, in my opinion, because there's just so many great cigars out there, just amazing products. The quality is top notch because the competition is so fierce, right? So everybody's on their game. They're trying to put out the best possible product. So as a consumer, you benefit from the standpoint of everyone's on their A game, so to speak. But as a shop owner, it is hard to kind of determine how many cigars because you can't carry everything. There's too much. So what we look for is obviously the quality of the cigar. In our opinion, it's got to be good. But then the next thing we look at is price in regards to where does it fall into line with other cigars that are comparable in the same kind of price range. And then another thing that we look at is we look at the viability of the brand and how well known is it? Like, what are they doing to promote the brand? Does it have any kind of social media impact or influence? Or because we could take certain cigars and we can support them and prop them up and recommend them, but at the end of the day we need some support from the manufacturer and as well. And the reality is this, like I said, there's just so many good cigars. So what we found with a lot of the boutiques is, although the quality and everything is really good, nowadays the consumers, they just want to smoke the newest thing. So what they'll do is they'll buy a cigar based on a recommendation or something that they saw or heard or read about or whatever, and they'll try it, and then they're on to the next thing. And it's just like, that's great, but at the same time, like, as a shop, we can't just have product and like continue to offer new offerings, because what happens to after you've tried it and you don't go back to buying it, so it is a little bit of a challenge, and we've gotten away from being really boutique heavy. We used to be more boutique heavy. Now we kind of stick with a lot of the mainstream brands that have the pedigree and have the reputation, and they have the reputation that people recognize their brands and they know them and stuff like that. But every once in a while we'll take a flyer on something small, or if we have another thing is, if we get a lot of requests for a certain brand, if customers are asking for it, then we're more likely to bring it in. Right. But customers obviously then have to know about it, and if it's something that is relatively unheard of, I'm not saying that we wouldn't necessarily carry it, but then it really has to stand out to us and say, okay, this fits in our humidor because it's a phenomenal product. It's unique in its taste and its presentation, and it fits a niche that we don't currently maybe offer or something like that.
Do you think most of your core customers purchase off of brand recognition, or are they more open to try new sticks? Or?
I think it's a mix of both. I mean, I think where we come in is a lot of customers come in and they're looking for specific things, and then as tobacconists, where we get to build that rapport with the customers is when they come in and they ask for something specific. We may or may not have it. Usually, generally we do, but then we tell them, okay, if you like this, have you tried this? Have you considered this? Have you heard of this? And we kind of use that opportunity then to expand their palate and get them to try some new things. And then what that does over a period of time, especially if they like those recommendations, is it instills trust with the consumer.
Right.
And now they're not coming in and they're not saying like, oh, I want this, or do you have this? They'll just be like, hey,
what do you recommend?
Yeah. Or I really liked that cigar last time. What else do you suggest?
Right.
And
okay.
for us, as like being in this business as a tobacco, like that's the most rewarding thing.
Right.
It's like, we made a suggestion, you really liked it, and now you're coming in and you're asking us for more recommendations.
Gotcha.
And that really makes me feel good, and that's what we thrive and we strive towards.
Yeah, that's dope. Y'all got anything else, dummies?
I'm waiting for you to ask the question.
I just asked that question.
Yeah, you asked one question the whole night. You was real quiet. This
was
whole
thinking-
little 3-day sober October
He was
joint.
summing it up, bro. I ain't had to ask him nothing. He got it all.
God, man.
So again, what you smoking now?
So this is actually a new cigar to me. Someone gave it to me. It's a cigar by a retailer in New Jersey. Maybe you've heard of him, San.
Oh, yeah, of course,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
It's a cigar called, I
Is
think
it-
it's the Antra or something like that.
Okay.
It's the Lancero. I'm giving it a shot. It's not
So
too
you
bad. I don't know.
pairing that with a little
I'm having a
cold
little iced
chocolate?
coffee.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was dragging
Iced
a little
coffee?
bit. I was tired, and I was
Yeah.
like, I need
Like
a
the
little
iced
pick me
coffee,
up.
green
Okay.
tea.
So yeah, I'm having.
Is
it
it
with
going
that.
well together so far?
It's going pretty good. It's medium bodied. It's a Lancero. It's nice. Yeah.
Well,
Enjoying it.
Okay.
well, I'm good.
How
on
about you?
questions.
How you guys liking the 40th
Let
anniversary?
me tell you
So
something.
far, I'm about quarter way through. I'm digging it.
I'm going hard.
Yeah, I'm digging it, man. So
I only
far.
asked it twice.
Yeah, I ain't even get to the
That's-
band yet.
So that means construction for me is good.
Yeah,
Flavor
Yeah.
is good.
Good
It
draw.
has that spice. So I like spice.
Right.
I'm an herb and spice type of guy. Like
Yeah.
anything with herb and spice to it, you're winning. You know.
Nuts.
It's-
He like
Yeah, yeah,
nuts.
yeah,
It's a very
yeah,
rich.
yeah, no.
It's probably mellowed out a little bit since we originally
Yeah.
launched it 2 years ago, but it's got a very rich, leathery kind of
Yeah.
tobacco
The-
taste.
yes.
Like it's got the spice, like you mentioned.
yeah, I
It's
got
some
the. I'm
sweetness,
getting the
Yeah.
spice.
from the wrapper. But yeah, we were really happy with how it came out.
What's the rapper on this?
It's a Corojo Maduro wrapper.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
from Nicaragua.
All right. I was
Yeah.
about to say
It's good
a
stuff.
Sumatra.
No.
It's gonna get a good rating from me.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, it's gonna get a good rating from me.
So
Yeah.
what, like, even though you legacy in cigars. So what you think, as far as you go, has been your most difficult challenge?
Well, I mean, COVID was obviously a very challenging time. It was a very scary time because, when we opened here 6 months after essentially
COVID
hit.
Yeah.
And, there was a period of time where we were not customers couldn't come into the store. There was a lot of uncertainty as to what we could do, what we couldn't do. But we stayed operational throughout COVID. Essentially, we moved to
Excuse me,
curbside.
real quick, were they allowing grab and go here during that
No.
time? They wasn't.
So in this
Okay.
county,
okay.
we were not allowed
Okay.
to even have anybody come. Well, we were doing curbside.
Oh, okay.
essentially.
Okay.
So we're doing curbside. We were shipping, and we started sending out these emails every day, like basically spotlighting certain cigars and specials, and just shipping product out that way. Because what happened was the first few times, like I was just trying to get out of the house because I was like, and, there was
You and me both.
there was something that said, I think there was some legislation or something that was announced during that time where it's like if you were a business owner, you were allowed to leave because essentially we were like all on we weren't able to leave the house unless you were like a first
Central
responder or like,
personnel.
yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. So we were supposed to stay in our home, but they
Right.
had said that if you're a business owner, you can leave and you can be on the roads and you can go visit
Right.
your business to make
Yeah.
sure everything's okay,
Right, right.
So I was doing that, and I had printed out something that if in case I got pulled over or
Right.
whatever, I could prove that okay, I'm going to check out my business or whatever. And while I was here, like checking on things or just doing little tasks, the phone was just ringing off the hook. Right?
That's money calling.
Right? And it was just like ringing, like, are you guys open? Like, we need to get some, how can we go about getting some cigars and things like that? So I was just like, man, people, and leading up to it, like, there was this, I don't know if you recall, but I remember it. There was like this weird panic,
Yeah.
before everything got
Yeah,
shut down,
yeah.
where people were like, like they normally do, like when a storm comes, right?
They
Like
was
they hit
buying
the
up
grocery
everything.
store,
Yeah, they was buying up
they hit the
everything.
liquor store.
Yeah.
Right.
We were swamped in the shop. People were buying like 2-3 boxes of cigars at a time because they didn't know what was going to
Didn't
happen,
happen,
and they
right.
wanted to make sure. And everybody at that time thought, oh, it's going to be like 2 or 3 weeks,
Right.
Right.
Because that's what
Yeah.
they said initially.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right? So, so the phone kept ringing and people, and I'm answering the phone while I'm here. I'm like, well, we're closed, but, what do you need? And let me see what I can do to get it to you and stuff. So then I decided, okay, I'm going to send out emails every day because, we had a good size mailing list and stuff. And we would basically do these feature product spotlights, and we would send out a mailer and say, this is on special. And then some people would call us and say, yeah, they'd either respond to the email or they'd call or text me, some customers who have my personal information or whatever. And, that's how we started doing some stuff. And then people would just be like, a lot of times, that's where like that trust factor came in too. They'd be just like, all right, I got $100. Like, put together something for me.
There you go.
Yeah, that was happening.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, what you
I
gonna
was
say?
just doing like that, and it it got to the point where it was just like, it was crazy. I mean, it was, you know, I was here from 11 to 5 or 12 to 5 every day, and I was busy nonstop. And, you know, so that went on for a period of 3 to 6 months. And then, you know, we were able to get people back in the store, the staff came back, and stuff like that. So that was a very challenging time, but it was also very rewarding, and I felt like we owed it to our customers to try to stay open in some capacity,
Right.
Because, you know, they needed cigars, and that was maybe, you know, in the chaos of everything that was going on during that time, maybe that was their time to like decompress and unwind, and I felt like we were doing a service to them by being open in some capacity. They may not have been able to come in here and smoke, but at least we were trying to find a way for them to get cigars so that they could have that normalcy in their life,
Right.
because that was a very crazy time.
Right.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because like a lounge up our way, they weren't open, but they had a pretty decent sized parking lot.
Yeah.
And everybody would just pull up in their trucks and cars.
Yeah,
and
I'll
tailgate,
bet.
like we parked over here, you parked over there, you parked over there.
Yeah.
Somebody bring a Bluetooth speaker. We just all sitting outside tailgate.
Cold as hell.
smoking.
Yeah.
That was nice. That was
It was, the
warm
weather
out.
was nice
It
at
was
that
warm.
time, because that was
It
like
was
March,
warm.
April
Cold
when
when I was
everything
out there.
It was
happened.
nice.
when
We
it hit,
talking about on Bel Air Road. It
Yeah.
was cold out there when
Yeah.
I was out there. But anyway,
Yes.
I mean, it could be 80 degrees and you cold, yo.
that's true. That's true.
No iron ass.
Well, so y'all want to discuss y'all ratings now, or
Huh?
you want to start now?
Mine's are 1,000. That's
Okay,
five.
what's the try
Could
now?
you-
When
could you
I-
give-
when I
straight
give you some
five.
Straight
alcohol.
five.
No, yo, without the
Yeah.
hot sauce 5. With the hot sauce,
Hey,
a
bro,
1,000.
you did have some Eagle Red, so
Yeah, that Eagle-
we'll put it off the chart.
put it off the
Yeah,
chart.
so
It's
I'm
thick
gonna
right here.
agree. It's constructed well, man. It's pulling well. A lot of flavor.
Lot of flavor.
I'm enjoying it a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's pairing well with this Eagle Red too.
Yeah, see, better than smoking the
Do
H99
y'all
you was about to
have
smoke.
do y'all have house sticks? They don't have house blends here, do you?
No, we don't have any house blends. A lot of times people ask us, you got a house cigar and stuff, and we don't, only because we have so many other things that we offer here, and you know, with one store, I've always been a little leery of like, you know, well, because there's a lot of commitments sometimes with buying, you know, bringing in a house blend. You got to buy X amount of boxes or X amount of cigars and things like that, and then I wonder, well, is that going to detract from, you know, our sales of some of the other cigars that we have, because we have a pretty big inventory, and you know, and then I'm also thinking, like, I also wonder, like, well, if I like it, that's great, but like, what is everyone else gonna like it? And you know, what happens if I'm the only person that really likes it? You know, so that's always kind of kept me from you know, exploring that option. It might be something that we do at some point.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, they got a house blend. They got this Aganosh Elite 40 in it.
Yeah, that was the first time we
You don't
did
need a house
something.
blend if you got mainstream making
Yeah,
cigars.
it was-
Yeah.
Right. So that was the thing, is that was a really unique project that we did to commemorate our 40 years. At some point, you know, we might want to do something again with someone else and see if that's possible. So, you know, we were able to use their name, their tobacco, all that stuff, and you know, come out with a cigar, and people have seemed to enjoy it. So.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, I will say, man, Tobacco Leaf have one of the best selections in the area, bro. Like, that's real. Like,
Definitely.
I come from Fort Meade, from where I work, to come get my sticks, bro. I got thousands of points on the books.
We seen them. We seen them. Yeah, we see.
Yes, sir.
What you saving
We
them for?
appreciate
Yeah,
it very
What
much.
you saving them
For my big purchase. Don't question my points, bro. That's like counting my money.
You ain't gonna buy nothing.
Right.
He gonna buy the Pappy Van Winkle.
I like what I like. I like what I like.
Need you to expand your palate.
No, okay.
Explore the horizon.
Yeah.
You remember the movie Lion King? And Simba said, "What's that over there?" You know what I'm saying? We cover all.
I ain't see that in about 30 years.
Okay.
Nephew. Be quiet.
Explore your horizons, man.
Yeah.
So do you have any advice that you recommend, like a person getting into this business?
Which he aspire to do.
Don't do it.
Do it.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, as far as opening a cigar lounge?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the thing is, a lot of people think that it's easy. It's not. It's very capital intensive. You know, you need a lot of money. If you're going to do it right, you need to, you know, there's a big investment on the front end, right?
Yeah.
You gotta find a good space. You don't necessarily have to do something like we've done here. Like I said, this is a culmination of 40 years of just reinvesting into our business and stuff. You don't have to start with something so big necessarily. But, you know, you got to find a great location for one thing. And depending on where you're looking, you know, there's opportunities, but there's a lot of people. It's a very competitive industry. There's obviously, you know, a lot of people can access buying cigars online, so you're competing with the online guys. Plus, you're competing with, you know, depending on where you are, other very established retailers and things like that. So, you know, you got to look at that. You got to look at the fact that, you know, yeah, you are going to be spending some money, because by the time you build out a space and, you know, furnish it and do all the right things that you need to do as far as ventilation and, you know, furniture, televisions, you know, all that stuff, you're already into it for a decent chunk of change right there. Plus, then you got to buy all your products and your, you know, your cigars and, you know, all of those things. So it costs a lot, you know, on the upfront, and then, you know, you don't really have any guarantees of what's going to happen afterwards, right? So it's a lot of hours. You know, we're open 7 days a week. Maybe we got operating 70, 75 hours and, you know, operating hours. So, you know, then you need help. Obviously, you're not going to do it all by yourself. I mean, you could, but that'd be tough.
Burn yourself out.
Burn yourself out. So you need some help. So there's that. And, you know, at the end of the day, though, I mean, if it's something that you're really passionate about, you love, then more than likely you should be able to succeed at it. But it is a lot of work, and, you know, it's, like I said, it's a big investment, but it's very rewarding at the same time. You know, I wouldn't necessarily say that you're gonna make a ton of money, maybe not initially, definitely not initially, but you know, if you stick with it and it's something that you enjoy, then, you know, yeah, it's really, you'll get more satisfaction because you're doing something you love more than the fact that, like, you know, you're gonna make a ton of money, because it's really not about that at the end of the day, you know. So yeah, I would say proceed with caution.
So it's like up in our area, like the cigar lounge, I'll say game is getting a little saturated. It's shops popping up everywhere.
Right.
Are you experiencing that out in this area? Is the competition pretty stiff out here, or?
Well, there's a lot of shops that like kind of open up, and then some of them go away for, you know, different reasons and things like that. I mean, you know, in our case, we're very comfortable with, you know, the business that we built here, because you know, we have a lot to offer, right?
Yeah.
You know, like you mentioned, we have a great facility.
You guys got 40 years in.
Yeah, we got so that's a competitive advantage that we have,
right.
Versus anyone that would want to open up kind of near us. You know, and then the other thing is, like, I mean, I think competition is good, generally speaking, right? Like it forces everyone to step up their game and
keep you on your toes,
to keep you, you know, to keep you innovating and trying to provide, you know, the best experience, the best products, the best services for your customers. So we welcome competition. You know, that being said, there's other things, you know, kind of unwritten rules that are unspoken things that happen with the industry. So, you know, if you're opening up a shop near like a kind of a bona fide legit retailer, you're going to have a problem getting products.
Reps, yeah,
you know, because the thing is that the way that manufacturers see it is that, you know, just because another shop opened up, say a couple miles down the street from an existing shop, they're not really creating new business, you know. So just because a new cigar shop opened up, and let's say you live in that area, like, you're not going to just start smoking cigars because there's one now down the street versus 2 miles down the road.
Got
right?
you.
Generally, right? But so what ends up happening is people who live in that area end up then deciding, okay, well, where do we want to go based on, well, you know, it could be a bunch of factors, but so all that ends up happening is that the business gets split between, you know, the new location that just opened and the existing one. So from a manufacturer side, like, they don't really see any benefit in that, because now, you know, they're just supplying 2 different people as opposed to supplying
Right.
one.
Right.
So that's an issue for a lot of shops, is having access to product. But that can be overcome by building a nice shop, by building it in a location maybe where there isn't someone already. But if there is someone relatively close by, then you got to build something that's nice. You got to show them that you are in it for the long haul, that you know what you're doing, that you know how to run a business, and that you're going to be a ambassador for that particular brand. Because if you could have a great cigar brand that sells cigars to someone, and if that guy doesn't know how to run a shop, or how to maintain the humidor, and how to keep the cigars fresh, and all those things, it reflects a little bit on the brand, because
Right.
it'd be like, well, these guys just sold their cigars to this no-name guy that just opened up a store. Like, what does that say about them?
Right.
So the most prominent brands, the most celebrated brands, and the ones that are most well known, they're going to be very selective with.
What are you doing, Black?
They're going to be very selective with who they sell their cigars to, and who they open up. And they generally, the rule is like within 5 to 10 miles. Like, you don't want to be like on someone's toes. But that being said, if there's an opportunity, because there's a shop that maybe isn't on their game, and they're just kind of being very lackadaisical in their approach, and it's obvious that they don't really care, and they're just kind of, coasting, maybe there is an opportunity then, as someone who's on the outside, like saying, okay, well, I can open up here, and because these people are, not being serviced the way that, maybe they need to be, or whatever, and that's an opportunity. Because nowadays, at least in this area, I don't think that there is like an untapped market, like you said. There's a lot of, it's very saturated.
Yeah. So I know we're about to close it out. I got one last question for you. You have any other events planned soon other than the Roof Chris event?
So we
Here,
have that coming
like-
up in November.
Okay.
We have a Drew Estate event, our last Drew Estate event of the year coming up, and then we're planning maybe a Christmas party with Placencia Cigars.
Okay.
That'll be in December. So yeah, we're always doing something. Usually once or twice a month, there's always something happening in the shop or outside. I would just recommend, if you're just tuning in, check us out on our social media, tobaccoleaf_MD, or visit our website or something like that, and just try to follow along with what we're doing.
Cool.
That's the best way.
Thanks, man.
Definitely
Appreciate you guys
Yeah.
having me, and
Yeah.
thanks
Appreciate you letting
Yeah,
us know.
thanks for taking a few minutes, man. We
Yeah.
know you gotta run your shop.
No worries, man.
Yeah,
Catch up
thanks a
with you
lot.
guys.
Thanks,
Thank
brother.
you.
Yep.
Enjoy the cigars.
Yes, sir. All right. So what you dummies got? You got anything else?
It's been a couple of weeks, so
Yeah.
you want to update our pick 'em?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Before we go, real quick, while I'm pulling this up, we got anything coming up?
Oh, this clown birthday tomorrow, so I guess we got.
I ain't worried about his birthday. He missed my birthday. He ain't even bring me no drink.
Got the drink right here.
I ain't drinking.
Ah, the drippy one.
Drip drop.
All right. Hold on.
Shot
I ain't drinking, bro.
for my birthday.
I ain't drinking.
I like you a drink.
Tia, take a shot of green tea, no sugar.
Green tea. Unsweet.
All right, real quick, going down football pool standings.
Is this?
Actually, technically, this week, week 7, Miss Light Skin Ron won on points. I want to stress that. She won on points, but she did win. Total wins right now is your boy, 69, followed by Margaret, 67. Then Ron with 63, Howard with 55, and Black bringing up the rear as usual with 54. Yeah. That's it. But let me get that trace. Let me get the trace. We're gonna take a shot for your birthday, and we're gonna get out of here, man.
Well, yeah, for the October birthday is your birthday. I guess we.
Yeah, we can double up. We can double up.
I'm surprised you're in town. You ain't leaving the country.
Also, we can say, because this episode will drop then.
Oh, for well, this ain't gonna be aired what time I go.
Saturday.
No, I'm talking about me. I ain't worried about y'all. I'm gonna be in Houston this weekend. To all my folks down there, I'm on my way. This
You know,
gonna be everybody, huh?
You might well move down there. We ain't gonna miss you.
Also, next Monday, well, this Monday coming up, we'll be at we're doing a Stay Smoky TV pop up at Burnt Leaf.
That's this week.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's when?
Monday.
Next week.
Monday.
So I get off the plane and come straight to Burnt Leaf.
That's it.
All right, that's what it is. All right, birthday toast. Happy birthday, Black. Happy 70th day.
Happy 70th.
Happy 70th. Yeah, almost 50 to me next year.
Happy birthday belated for Dre.
That's all we got, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
These cigars
got
are
something
good.
else.
Hold on. We got
Uh-oh.
a raffle.
We had a raffle.
Raffle winner. Raffle winner.
Raffle win.
Oh, shoot.
See, this is what happens when you come to a shop live. Hey, Black, get that on camera. Black, hold on. Hey,
Hold on. Hey, bro, come over here.
come over here. Come on, could he come over here? Come on, bring that over here. See, this what happens when you come to lounges, man. As my, hey,
Have a seat right there.
yeah. What you want?
LE Blue right
Yeah.
Woo!
hey, Raul, let him know, Raul.
Yeah.
What do you win?
So he,
Oh man.
Stretch just won this Tatuaje La Union Humidor. Tatuaje, my father, they commemorated their 20th anniversary in business together, or working together with a special humidor that had cigars that were made, Tatuaje made a cigar for my father made a cigar for Tatuaje, and it was presented in this LE Blue Humidor. There's 40 cigars, 20 of each, plus this special edition Zycar cutter. So what we did was package them and said, okay, we're going to sell 20 of these packs. Everybody gets one of each, and when you buy a pack, you get a raffle ticket for a chance to win the humidor, the empty humidor.
Okay.
So we finally sold all 20 cigars, 40 cigars, I should say.
Yeah.
And since we just sold it, we decided to do the drawing, and Stretch just happens to
Congratulations, Stretch.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
Stretch.
yeah, yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah,
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's what's up, man.
Did you smoke the cigars?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
See, this is what happens when you come out to the lounge. You smoke with the smokers. You smoke with the brothers and the sisters in the Leaf, man.
That's LE Blue, bro.
That's what happened, bro.
Hand painted.
That's what happened when you come on site, bro.
That's right. Often imitated, never duplicated. Stay Smoking TV, goddamn.
There you go, bro.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Close it out.
That was
That was a closeout.
Yeah, that was a closeout right there.
So anybody got nothing else? What we got? That's what we got.
We got motion.
Peace out.